What's up, fellow human? My name is Will Cordingly, and this is Being Human is So Weird. And thanks for being here for another installment of the series exploring the beginnings of the road to mastery. And in the spirit of beginnings, of course, in beginnings into meaningful pursuits and mastery of some skill or task or endeavor, I'm gonna be in the spirit of that by not editing this video and having it be rough. There'll be ums and ahs and just all kinds of craziness probably, but that's kind of how it is. It's a bit scrappy when you start out with something, especially when I get to what I'm going to talk about today and why I'm going to talk about it. But there's also iteration, as you'll see. There's books now, so it's like it's getting serious. It's getting real here. You know, the scenery's upgrading, so as you move forward and you do the work, things can improve as you iterate too. But what I want to talk about is the concept of pulling yourself through and getting yourself to do things when you don't want to. This actually wasn't what I was planning to talk about in this installment, but it's what came up and it's what I needed to talk about essentially, because today I really didn't want to make this video, and I still feel kind of rough and don't feel like it's like I'm all here or that it's that great, but you know, this stuff has to get done one way or the other if it's meaningful and important to you, and if this is something you're working towards mastering, whatever that may be for you. You got to do the work and things got to get done. I was talking with a good friend earlier, and I was like, I just feel tired and I don't want to do this. There was a time change earlier, and time changes really messed me up even just by 1 hour. I've just been kind of floored for the last couple days. And he said, you got to do it, man. You got to get this done. And I was like, wow, okay, you're right. And then my mind went to, well, what can I do to get this done, essentially? And I came up with two things that I did personally, and they're things that have worked for me in the past, even though they didn't occur to me till I had to put my attention on them. And one is, this maybe seem like, yeah, duh, but it's really important and always works, is change your state physically. So do some push-ups, do some sit-ups. What I like to do is put on some music that I really like and dance around like no one's watching, because hopefully no one is, or they shouldn't be, better not be, because I look ridiculous. But anyway, like jump up and down, pat your chest. I like that one too. Hum. It's like, do what you can to physically change your state and get your energy up. That's a big deal. And knowing to do it is not the same as doing it. So just do it every time. That's what's most important. And the second thing that I came up with and was able to do, and this is a bit kind of like knowing your why. I know that's kind of a popular phrase these days, and maybe we'll talk about that down the road. This is maybe a fraction of that or a different kind of component of that. But I was like, well, what can I connect to that will pull me through this tough time? Like, what can I connect to mentally, and what can I connect to emotionally and physically, like heart-wise, to get me to do this video, even though I don't want to, and even though it probably won't be up to the standards that I have set in my head, even though I'm starting out and this is all very rough in a beginning stage. And trying to just be vulnerable by showing people what it's like for me as I begin, so maybe it'll be easier for you as you begin in whatever endeavor you're looking to do. So for me, I was like, okay, well, if this video can help one person and make an impact in their life, I can connect to that mentally and I can connect to that emotionally. Like, that can make it real for me. Like, that's real and that's important. And that's gonna pull me through, and that's gonna get me to do it. So I did some dancing, did some craziness, got my energy up, and I thought about, okay, if this video can help just one person at any point in its life as time moves forward, then this will be worth it, even though it feels weird for me. And that's what I did. So right now, just take a moment, maybe pull out a piece of paper and think about, as you embark on meaningful pursuits for you, that you're going to need this tool. Just know that it's not always going to be easy, and you're not always going to feel like doing it. So what can you connect to mentally and emotionally that's going to get you over that hump, right? Like, it's almost like tricking ourselves, although I don't like that idea either. We should just do what we want to do cleanly in an ideal world. But if you have to feel like you're tricking yourself, or a hack or something like that, what can you connect to that's going to get you to do the thing you need to do? If it's exercising or working on your business, or whatever endeavor it is that you're working on, like an artistic endeavor, or anything. How are you going to get the reps and the practice and take the action that you need to when you don't feel like it, when you don't want to, when your energy is low, essentially? And I think that's what I have for you today as I embark on my kind of beginning of this idea of mastery of imparting value, and hopefully to impact people's lives, even if it's just a tiny fraction or a little push in the right direction through these videos. So if you got value, and only, we'll know the difference only if you got value, be sure to do the things on the platform that you're watching on, subscribe, like, definitely comment, especially with questions. Like, I would love to just know what you'd like to hear about. That would be win-win for sure, because I think there might be some value I can vote there, and I'll know more what people are interested in anyways. So again, if you got value, again, I'm gonna know the difference. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I'm going to be having a cool free gift coming out soon, so be sure to check for that in description. And please keep engaging with these videos if you like them, and go out and engage in your life. And as always, thanks for being you. All right, take care.